Last year, I saw in theaters Killers of the Flower Moon, the latest movie from Martin Scorsese, who isn't my personal favorite director, but I still can acknowledge he's a great director, even though the main genres he tends to focus on, crime and drama, aren't my favorite genres. But still, I can acknowledge he's a top tier director, and I thought Killers of the Flower Moon was a great movie. The acting, especially from Leonardo DiCaprio and Lily Gladstone, is really good. Leonardo DiCaprio is obviously a fantastic actor. He's worked with Scorsese a lot. But then I was really impressed with the fact that lesser known actress Lily Gladstone, who hasn't been in as much, is acting alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. And even though her performance is a bit more subtle, she really holds her own well. I thought the story here is very well told and emotionally powerful. It's a type of movie where once it's done, you immediately want to research what actually happened because it's such a fascinating story about these Native Americans that discovered oil on their land in the 1920s. Thus, in a sense, they gained power because oil is a valuable resource. But at the time, they didn't control any of the major social structures or institutions in place, like banks, hospitals, police, the government, anything along those lines. And so, in a lot of ways, they were vulnerable to being exploited and taken advantage of by white people, which is exactly what happened. Specifically, the Osage tribe of Native Americans were taken advantage of by these white people that pretended to be kind to them, even in some cases married these Native Americans, but in reality, they were just using them for their own selfish ends. And this story ended tragically with a lot of these Native Americans being killed. And so the story told in Killers of the Flower Moon is gut wrenching. It is just heartbreaking to see how these Native Americans were treated. It honestly makes you feel sick to your stomach. You're like, this actually happened. Wow, the Native Americans got such a bad deal here. And so, when it comes to how family friendly this movie is, you want to know going in, it's a longer movie. It's dealing with heavy subject matter. So, I wouldn't say that this is a film that's particularly rewatchable. As soon as it was done, I was like, that is great. But I'm not in a hurry to rewatch it either. Because it's a tough watch due to how gut wrenching this story really is. So it's not a movie that I would recommend for younger audiences. It's a movie I would absolutely recommend to people who are the right age, that know what they're going into, are ready for this kind of movie. And so I'm glad that I saw Killers of the Flower Moon in theaters. Just not the type of movie that I'm in a rush to rewatch.